Hi, everyone. John Connolly, president of the Twin Cities North Chamber of Commerce. And this is Chamber Check-In, your source for virtual networking, great local solutions, and content. Hey, we're glad you joined us today on Chamber Check-In. A shout out to 9 North that does produce Chamber Check-In. We appreciate their partnership. And for all things chamber related and event related locally, go to twincitiesnorth.org. That's twincitiesnorth.org. And there you'll find all sorts of ways to connect with local businesses, just like the two we have on Chamber Check-In. In addition, it also has a full list of community festivals, and that is a good way to connect with local businesses too as well. And now, let's bring out the first of our two guests today on Chamber Check-In, and that's Paul Thomas of Pittie Barbecue. Paul, you guys have a terrific event planned for June 1st, right?
Oh, we're looking forward to it, John. Just basically our grand opening. You know, we kind of soft opened our little barbecue spot inside of the B-Dale Club in late December. And now we're kind of, the weather's getting nicer. We're doing our official grand opening Saturday, June 1st.
Nice. And now when people go there here at noon, what are they going to find? What can people expect when they check in there at the B-Dale Club?
It's going to be all sorts of great things. So, of course, we're going to have tons of barbecue. We're going to do two roasts. We're going to roast a hog, and we're roasting a gator. So we're doing a gator roast as well, which is exciting. Kind of thought that we would move the needle a little bit with that. Of course, we'll have a lot of our favorites too, like brisket and some ribs and other chicken options too. So the full array of barbecue, and we're going to have music. So we actually have 4 singer-songwriters that are from the Twin Cities or from Minnesota originally, coming back from Nashville as part of their tour. We have a little tour stop at the B-Dale Club on Saturday, June 1st.
That sounds like so much fun, my gosh. And folks, if you haven't tried a gator burger, if they have the gator burger there, I've had a gator burger. It's not bad. Hey, pretty tasty. All right.
Well, rumor has it that Bayou Bob from the State Fair might be associated with this. He might be stopping by to help us out, which would be great.
Oh, my. Okay. All right. Hey, patronizing our Floridian and Louisiana brethren here in Minnesota.
Absolutely.
I love it. So it's going to be a festival on June 1st, everyone, and they can expect music and food and other things and fellowship, obviously. PT, how did this all get started? Tell us a short story about that again.
Yeah, the neat thing about Pittie Barbecue is really the main owners are Troy and Jen Canfield, and they are a competition barbecue team. Actually, just last weekend, they got a perfect score in Turkey, which is, a really big deal. So they compete at the pro level. They're competing at Worlds here as well. So it's really cool to have competition level barbecue at a restaurant, which you really don't get. Like if you want it, you're normally, in order to get competition barbecue, you have to go to the competition. So it's relatively rare in this area. So that's the big thing. We met through a nonprofit that I started called the Live In Foundation, which is for mental health awareness and suicide prevention. We're both unfortunately connected to that cause, and we just sort of hit it off. And so we're here making this thing happen with Pittie Barbecue at the B-Dale Club.
That is a great story. Thanks for sharing that, PT. Appreciate that. And now, a personal question. What's your favorite on the menu?
So I'm a huge brisket guy. So Troy, brisket is kind of, I don't want to say that, they got a perfect score in Turkey, so maybe I got to change my spiel on this, but their brisket is what he's probably won the most awards with. So for me, I'm a brisket guy. Although I will say, he's doing these Oklahoma smash burgers that everybody keeps talking about, smash burgers at Pittie. So here we're a barbecue company and we stumbled upon a burger that everybody loves. So, who thunk it, right? It's all
I know
good.
it. I know it. Hey, yeah, that's true. And turkey, gosh, all these things are making me hungry already, PT, and it's close to lunch, everyone. Hey, how do people find out more information on this event on June 1st?
Yeah, the best thing to do, you can go to pittiebbq.com. It's PITTIEQ barbecue.com. You can also just go to the B-Dale Facebook page or our Facebook page. So just Google Pittie Barbecue. Again, June 1st, stop out there noon to 4. Right at the B-Dale Club there, and in Roseville, and it's going to be just music and food and fun and just kind of kicking off summer, I guess.
All right. Hey, we have about 30 seconds left. We've covered a lot of territory, PT, in a short period of time. Is there one last thing you'd like to tell everyone here before we move on to Allie?
No, I think, the only thing I would say is, we kind of we almost fashion ourselves as a barbecue speakeasy, right? Not a ton of people know about us at this point in time, which we're actually okay with. So it's almost like you roll over to the B-Dale Club and you kind of feel like you need the password, right? And
Uh-huh.
if you have the password, if you're on the ins, you can come in and have world-class barbecue and just be a part of the event. But we welcome everybody to come out on Saturday, June 1st, and hope to meet some new people. Come on out to Pittie Barbecue at B-Dale Club.
Paul Thomas of Pittie Barbecue, thanks so much for joining us on Chamber Check. And everyone, it's June 1st is the grand opening. Check them out. I'll be there, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all there too as well. Thanks, Paul. And
Thanks,
now,
John.
we talked about music and art and things like that. Let's go on to another form of art with Allie Rhodes of North Suburban Center for the Arts. Allie, welcome to Chamber Check-In. First of all,
Hi.
share with us about what the North Suburban Center for the Arts is all about.
Yeah, so North Suburban NSCA, we are a small art center in Fridley, just off of East River Road. And so it's an old organization. It's 45 years old this year. But we're new in like so many different ways. Over the past year we've like really settled into our little reinvented firehouse into an art center. We have a gallery, gift shop with like over 50 local vendors, and we do workshops and different classes there, which are led a lot by artists in the community. And we're just a space for anybody in any part of their creative career, both in our gallery and our workshops, anything, because we just want to meet people wherever they are creatively.
Absolutely. Now, Allie, tell us about your location again, because it is a restored, like you said, firehouse in a way.
Yeah.
And so, when you walk in, it's an open air type of situation, and you can spider off into different rooms. Describe when someone walks in, what are they going to find?
Yeah. Well, it's so funny when people walk in, when they get there, like, am I in the right place? And then they walk inside and they're like, I did not expect it to look like this inside here. Because it's truly like the exterior is a firehouse, but we've painted rainbows kind of around it. So you're like, there's something happening in there. So people in the community have come in specifically because they saw the rainbows. But yeah, you walk in and you're directly in the garages where the fire trucks were. And then if you move to like the back space, we have a library where like the Murphy beds used to be for the firefighters to sleep. And then our classroom was their kitchen.
Absolutely. And now, you mentioned that you've got other different art forms, drawing, painting, et cetera. Is there a particular activity that someone will see, or is there a certain part of art that is really visible in your center?
Yeah. I don't feel like we pinpoint just one creative practice. We kind of like to be a place to dabble in all of the different things. So, for example, just on Tuesday night, we had the first of a series that we're doing called a Laugh and Draw. And so we had four different comedians come in and do like 10-minute sets. But they were our figure drawing models. So they were clothed, but they were just doing their
Uh-huh.
comedic sets, and then people were in the audience drawing them. So it's like combining these two artistic mediums of like comedy and performance, but then also drawing as well. So I'm really just kind of open to any creative thing that anybody wants to do there. So we've got
Great.
different like writers who come through, et
Okay.
cetera, too. So
Good, good. And now
yeah.
its emphasis is on local, right? So you really want to focus on local things. Maybe describe for everyone an example of that local piece of art that's been popular.
Yeah, I think a really big one, and something I think about a lot in the position that I have, is our gift shop. So with the 50 plus makers that we have, and they are from like all over Minnesota, really. So we're like local loosely, but a
Uh-huh.
majority of them come from the Twin Cities,
Sure.
and it's important to like invest it, especially in these they are all individually a small business,
Hmm.
and we just are kind of a platform for them to exist. And I feel like that too with like our workshops, our classes, that we are just like giving the people in our community a space to be able to thrive and to make a living wage, especially in a world where artists are notoriously taken advantage of.
Sure, yeah. And, with the opportunities to showcase are limited, everyone. Uptown Art Fair is not existing anymore. And so these little, like North Suburban Center for the Arts, are opportunities to see local art and then patronize local artists. So that's great to see. Hey, Allie, how do people find you?
The best spot is our website, so northsuburbanarts.org. You can subscribe to our newsletter, so you'll get all of the updates about what classes or events are coming up. Our social media, our Instagram is like also a great place, so at North Suburban Arts.
Great, great. Hey, we have about 30 seconds left in your segment of Chamber Check-In. Share with us your last thoughts that you want to tell everyone here.
Yeah, two things. One is that we have our big fundraiser slash art market, art festival coming up on July 13th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 4. And it's going to be really fun. So we'll have a bunch of local makers there and food trucks and just fun things to do. So that'll be great. And then final thought is that just like, if you're thinking about doing something creative, like taking a class or just even going to a place like an art center, if you're on the fence, just go, just like do it. And because you participating, even just by showing up, makes a huge difference so that local businesses like these tiny ones that exist, they can continue to exist and continue to thrive. So push yourself over that edge to go to that class or to show up and participate.
Good words of encouragement. Allie Rhodes of North Suburban Center for the Arts, thanks so much for joining us on Chamber Check-In. And Pittie from Pittie Barbecue. Remember, they have a big event coming up on June 1st, the big festival with the Gator Burger, which I'm going to munch on. Everyone, the vision of the Twin Cities North Chamber of Commerce is to promote business, develop leaders, and connect communities, and we're so glad that you connected with us today. A shout out to 9 North that produces Chamber Check-In. We appreciate their partnership. And for all things Chamber related, go to twincitiesnorth.org. That's twincitiesnorth.org. And you'll find all sorts of ways to connect with local businesses and events like the 2 we featured today on Chamber Check-In. Everyone, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks.